Be careful, be smart, be proactive. Only you can change your life. No one else can do it for you. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. This is a very important month. This is the month full of decisions, but there is an important decision that is going to need to be made. That particular decision that you're going to need to make this month is going to be connected to your career, it's going to be connected to your finances, and it's going to be connected to what you have done so far. Very, very important indeed. This is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading. My name is Sasha Bonasin, and this is for November 2017. When it comes to the actual number in numerology, you have number 2. Number 2 is all about you re-evaluating your current situation when it comes to your work, when it comes to your success. But it's not only about you thinking about it, you re-evaluating your situation. This is going to be the actual you reevaluating your situation. It's going to be direct product or direct effect of something very positive which is going to happen to you with your work, with your career this month, November 2017. You were doing okay so far, you were working so far, your finances weren't too bad, they could have been better, but you were just kind of waiting for the certain improvements, especially when it comes to your work and especially when it comes to your achievements. What number 2 means, it means that not only you are about to have a great achievement this month when it comes to your work, but it's also kind of preparing you that you're going to be quite busy, that there are going to be a couple of stressful situations about. There is one situation in particular that is just kind of going to throw you out of balance a little bit, but then again, you're going to be tested as well, and then this testing that you're going to have is just going to work in your favor, because after that moment, after that point, what number 2 also means that there is the turning point that you are going to have, and that turning point is going to be directly connected to your own success so far. But if you're thinking about it now, you wouldn't be able to pinpoint what am I exactly talking about. You are going to have to wait for the whole month of November to come to an end, and by the time the whole month of November come to an end, you will see exactly what I mean, because a certain situation is going to arise, and that particular situation, it's not only make you to reevaluate your current situation, what you have done so far, it's not only have a positive impact on you and your finances and your career, but you are going to end up with something extra. You are going to end up with something additional. It is very important, whether you are self-employed, whether you work for somebody else, or whether you are looking for a job. Even if you're looking for a job, this month is going to be very significant, because there is a special job, very, very special job going to come through, which is also going to require from you to have a really big learning experience in order to get where you wanted to get, and in order to understand what exactly you need to do. It is going to be very spiritual month, so you're kind of going to find yourself in situations when you're going to do something and you will not understand why did you do it, and you would normally feel like a little bit uncomfortable. And this is so important, because by doing this, by going through these situations in life, you are going to end up with more. Your financial situation is going to be much better, and there are the new things on horizon that it's actually going to become available for you after this point. Very, very important indeed. I can't stress how important this month is actually going to be. When it comes to your health, I have to warn you, there's a lot going to be happening. Basically, when it comes to the energy, it's not going to be too bad. It's going to be quite good, actually. You're going to have a lot of energy, and energy is very important to Virgo. Energy is very important to every single Virgo. I say with some signs, it depends. Some signs can be absolutely knackered, tired, and they can do so well. And then on another hand, some signs, when they get a little bit tired, like Virgos, for example, Virgo can be great for maybe like 8 hours, let's say. But if you get really tired after this moment, after this point, it is going to affect you. Not necessarily your work, but you will be able to kind of feel this. You will be able to feel a little bit of stress, anxiety, and things like that. that. So when it comes to health, there's a lot going to be happening. So there is going to be a little bit of exhaustion. I can see a little bit of stress levels are going to be slightly higher, a little bit of anxiety levels are going to be slightly higher, but this is only going to be because there is a lot going to be happening through your work. And if you're retired and you're not working, the financial situation is also going to improve, also going to start improving, but there is an additional situation going to arise, happen in your life, which is going to make you to start thinking about making a really big decision in life. And this is what am I saying? So it's not all bad when it comes to health. So it's just a little bit of anxiety and a little bit of stress levels are going to be slightly higher this month, basically. And I would highly suggest, you see, when it comes to stress and when it comes to anxiety, you see hematite, it's absolutely wonderful. Hematite is probably one of the best things that can actually balance you out. And this is what's going to happen to all of us Virgos this month. We're going to feel a little bit like we need a bit of grounding. That's the actual word. A lot of stress, anxiety, and then you need just something for like a grounding. You see, the spiritual grounding. And what is absolutely brilliant for stress, anxiety, and things like that is a hematite. I highly suggest this. You can buy this on my website and the link is in the description. And you don't need to buy, obviously this is a bracelet, but you don't need to wear this. You don't need to wear this on your hand. You can just have it in your pocket, or you can have it on your table, on your desk. As long as it's around you, it's actually going to protect you from anxiety, stress, and also it's going to help you to ground yourself. And this is what I think that you're going to need throughout this month, because it is going to be very busy month, and it's a lot going to be happening when it comes to your work and when it comes to your finances. I highly recommend this. You can also have it in your pocket if you don't want to wear it, you see, but I really think that this is going to be quite important. And what I was going to say also is basically the 6th of November 2017, it is just going to bring the actual situation in our lives where we will feel really powerless. That situation that is going to happen in our life on the 6th of November 2017, it's connected to our past, it's connected to our fears, it's connected to our emotional balance. With another words, it's connected to us and to our emotions. It's connected to us, the way we feel. So it's just some problem is going to come back from the past on the 6th of November 2017. And first you're going to feel a little bit like a powerless. First you're going to feel like a little bit nervous, and you will not know what to do, because it is just something that it requires your attention. It's just something that it requires you to deal with this particular situation in your own particular way. It's something that requires your input, and it's been there for a really long time. And now this problem is going to come back, and now this problem will not go away. It will be at the back of your mind because it needs to be resolved. It will simply wait there for you to be resolved. And guess what? The end to a big problem, but the end of that day, it's actually going to come to an end. If that particular problem doesn't come to an end, there is going to be a really big signification you're going to have. There's going to be a really big sign that you're going to have. There is a really big situation that is going to arise, that even if it's not resolved then and there, you will have the actual pure impact of what you will have the actual realization. Sorry, this is the word that I'm looking for. You're going to have realization. You will know exactly what to do next. However, the problem is going to be resolved, and automatically you're going to be completely relieved, because after this moment your big wishes are going to be happen. Something that you wanted to happen in a really long time, you weren't able to get to because of this problem. And this is completely connected to you and your finances. This is connected to you and to your financial situation. So by the end of that day, you're going to be sitting down with a big smile on your face, and I can see all that happiness, and I can see how much this actually means to you and how much this actually meant to you. The second important day is the 21st of November. 21st of November, it's going to be slightly negative situation, slightly difficult situation, which is just going to be affecting a certain family member, certain person who you really care a lot is just going to be going through a very difficult situation, because there is going to be something very negative that is going to happen in their life. And also they will need to make a certain decision, but they're not going to be able to make a certain decision without your input again. again, that's the second time that your input is really, really badly, terribly going to be needed. When I say badly, when I say terribly, of course, I'm referring to the fact that your input is just going to be able to change these people's lives. The other people are going to be involved. This is a family issue, family members, and after they get your input, after they receive your input, they're going to be left with two options. Both options are going to be brilliant for them, but both options wouldn't happen, or both options wouldn't manifest if you didn't actually put your input. So if there are family members that need your help with whatever, just, it's not that you need me to tell you this, but just go for it, help them. You will see, as much as you help them, this is going to get back to you 100 times, because after that moment, I can see you being ecstatic about the actual situation and problematic situation finally coming to an end through your input, with your input, of course. The third important day, the 30th of November. The 30th of November, it's like, oh my God, there is something that is just going to be decided in your favor, okay? Some kind of a judgment, if you're waiting for some kind of court case, or if you're waiting for someone to decide something for you, if you're waiting for any kind of a decision or any type of decision, whatever it is, the 30th of November, expect that decision is actually going to be decided in your favor. But what else the 30th of November means, it means also that if you want to, maybe if you need some kind of decision to be made, or if you want to have some kind of negotiations and things like that, or if you need to make a really big decision and things like that, try to make it on the 30th of November. I'm not saying it's not going to be good on any other day, but I'm just saying that the 30th of November is going to be very significant, because the energy is just going to be absolutely perfect for any kind of new beginnings, any kind of new start and things like that. So if it comes to the court case or any kind of decision, this is going to be most certainly this is going to be decided in your favor. But negotiations and things like that, just go for it for this particular day, because you will end up with more. You will end up with so much more that you would actually end up normally. So that's why this is so important. The first part of November, this is why I like it. The first part of November almost is going to feel like you're going to wake up from the big dream. Also, big sleep, almost going to feel like you are going to feel reconnection. You're going to feel completely reconnected. My gorgeous Virgos, you have been working a lot. You have been working really hard. You were doing your best. You're absolutely brilliant at whatever you do. There's no doubt about it. But sometimes there is no balance. There is no bloody balance, you see. And the balance is no bloody balance. But the balance is just so important, because you're so good at what you do. You just get on, get on, and you forgot to take care of yourself. Don't forget to take care of yourself. You know how important balance is. I'm always talking about balance. I'm always talking about the fact, if you do really great at work, if you do really great at your job, if you do, if your career has got a really good news, just automatically, as soon as that happens, book a holiday away, book some kind of journey away, book some kind of trip away, reward yourself immediately. I'm saying this because the balance is just so important, and sometimes you work so hard because you're such a lovely people. You think a lot about other people as well. You worry a lot about other people as well. So if you don't mind working for your family as much as you can, for as many hours as you can, because you're naturally hard workers. But I have to say that you do need to also make sure that you reward yourself spiritually. Okay, so the first part of November is just absolutely brilliant, because this is going to be some kind of awakening that you're going to have. How it's going to happen? A really good news when it comes to your work. Okay, what were you waiting for to hear about your work? What was the next stage that you were waiting for? What was the next step that you were waiting for? This is why it's just going to be so important for so many of you. But so many of you are going through different spiritual journeys at the moment. And that's why I'm saying that the first part of November, it is all going to start with the good news related to your either finances, either working situation, either college, university. However, your achievement will be really highlighted and the news is going to be really good. And you're also going to realize that there is something from your past that you need to go back and get it now, and you will see exactly what I mean. There is certain things from the past that you need to go back and take it, kind of certain knowledge, not physically, but there is a knowledge, there is something you have done in your past and it's in at the back of your mind, and it's just stayed there and you're waiting for the right moment to start using this particular experience and this particular feeling, this particular experience. This is all going to come back to you and it's all going to make sense to you, because you're also, this is going to be followed by the fact that you're going to need to sit down and you're going to need to contemplate a little bit. The beginning of November is going to bring that. You're going to sit down and just a little tiny bit of confusion, because you're going to be thinking like, so what do I do next? Am I on the right track? Am I on the right journey? So lots of you, my beautiful Virgos, are at this point, this moment in time, you're going to start thinking about really a lot what the next step would be. I'm not saying you didn't think about what your next step in your career, working life will be. If you're retired, what would you like to do next? If there is anything big that you want to do, what big you wanted to do but you were just waiting for the right time. It's all about you waiting for the right time, which is going to come through the actual realization, which is going to happen at the beginning of November, because there is something whole new, brand new. You will really feel like it. No, this is not enough. This is not enough. You will really feel like you want something new. For example, if you're like, let's say you work for yourself, and let's say you try 3 different things, you sell something to people. Let's say you're selling 3 different things to people. Let's say it's an example. Now you will want to stop what you're selling and you will kind of like try 3 completely different things, 3 completely brand new things. And you know that this will work. You knew that this will work from the past, but you were just kind of waiting for the right moment. And now from this moment onwards, this feeling about you changing things, bringing things, playing with things a little bit in your life will make the whole world of difference, because it will all be connected so much to you kind of learning new things, you putting your hands on the new things, you putting your hands on the different things, you starting different things, not just keep on doing what's safe. Yeah, it's great, keep on, keep the ball rolling and just keep on doing things that are just going to be safe, and that's fantastic, but you have to make sure that you mentally stimulate yourself as well when it comes to your work, and you need to keep on trying things. You need to keep on trying new things, because as more new things you try, the more experience you're going to have. The more new things you try, the more energy into your life you're going to bring. The more things you try, the more color in your life you're going to bring. And this is exactly what you mean, because by the time we get to the mid-November 2017, you see, it's just like it's the situation that is just going to happen, and it's not going to be really good. You said the situation that works, again, a little situation that is going to shake things up. Slightly negative situation, which is going to bring you down a little bit, but it's like a yin-yang in a way. It's just going to make you feel like maybe you are not on the right track. Maybe you're not on the right journey. So for those of you that wanted to move your jobs, for those of you that wanted to try new jobs, for those of you that wanted to start new jobs, this is going to be a really crucial point, the mid-November 2017, because you will want to make a really big change, really big, massive change, and you're going to feel at that point. And there is that first of all, it's going to be slightly negative situation, and that negative situation, yin and yang, remember, it's going to open your eyes. It's going to make you think about things you wouldn't normally think about it, and also above all, it's going to make you realize a really big thing about yourself. yourself. Do you want to do this? Do you want to go down that road? And it's just going to make you realize, okay, it's time for the next step. To some of you will want to like go for the whole new profession, for example. For some of you will just change the place of work, for example. And for some of you will just want to change absolutely everything, town, city, for example, to change your work, you see. And some of you will just want to stay where you are, but you will kind of feel the need. You want more, you want more, you want more. Not only when it comes to your prospects, when it comes to your work, but it's the actual promotion. You will feel like you're ready for the next stage, next journey. Everything, tutto completo, everything, like the whole thing basically. And this is what you're gonna feel exactly, that you want to start new journey. And I think it's absolutely brilliant, it's absolutely perfect, it's absolutely fantastic, bombastic, because you're like doing it this at absolutely the right time. It's the perfect time, because now it's almost November, then it's December, then it's the new year. The whole new year, the whole new energy is going to start. And what it looks like you are doing, you're just about to shake everything up. You're just like kind of spiritually and mentally, you're like kind of checking everything and shaking everything up and checking where are the changes that you need to make in your life. It's fantastic as you're spiritually preparing yourself for the new journey for 2018, which is November already, and then it's December, and then it's 2018, which is absolutely brilliant, because you are about to realize how smart you are, how clever you are, how inspirational you are, and there is someone who is going to really inspire you the mid-November 2017. It's coming towards the end of November 2017. Particular person is going to inspire you so much. And when it comes to the finances, the end of November, it's absolutely brilliant. The financial situation is going to be brilliant. Things are going to start making sense for you. You know, the things in life in general is just going to look really great for you at the end of November. And this is where, like the very end of November, this is the time when you're going to be able to kind of relax, chill out a little bit, and you will be able to feel this swift change. There will be things changing around you, but also your way of thinking is just slightly going to change about certain things in your life, and you're really going to like it. And you will also realize that how many things new changes actually bring. New job can bring you the whole new life. New step up in the direction, you know, new step up like a promotion and things like that can change your whole life. You just making a tiny little difference. What I said at the beginning of this reading, be smart, be careful, be proactive. Only you can change your life for you, you see. And this is just going to be so significant to you, for you throughout November 2017, because by the time you get to the end of November, you will realize that no one else could have done this for you. Only you. But this is going to be really good, and this is going to be really brilliant, I have to say. Indeed, it's just a very important time indeed. Now, when it comes to those of you that are in relationship, for Virgos that are in relationships, you see, I can see a commitment. I can see two people getting closer together. I can see the big problem is about to be resolved, but it's not this time about the big problem being resolved. It's not this time about the two people just getting closer together, but there is something very financial also that I can see. You, your husband, wife, you know, I can see something very financial that you are going to start, a new financial journey, new financial venture, new financial adventure. You are getting closer together, and you are about to buy something very significant. You're about to create something very significant. You're about to start something very significant that is going to change your both lives. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely fantastic. And also, what I was going to say, you see, I highly recommend something like Amazonite. Yeah, I highly recommend something like Amazonite. Amazonite is absolutely beautiful and absolutely brilliant, and especially when it comes to us making important decisions, and especially when it comes to us of starting new things in life, and especially when it comes to us starting new adventure or new venture, whether it's a business thing, whether it's buying a new house, buying a new flat, whatever you do, it's absolutely brilliant, because it helps you to get in touch with yourself. It helps you to make the best possible decision, and It's a very, very spiritual crystal, which brings this spirituality in you and just helps you to connect to yourself, to connect your subconscious mind and make the best possible decisions. And also, whatever you do that is of a big value, like a house, flat, or anything like that, this can actually attract even more energy to you when it comes to financial success and things like that. A beautiful, beautiful Amazonite you can get on my website, and my website is in the description. But I highly, highly, highly recommend something like this, especially if you're starting something together, like a couple together, so it just comes out even more powerful later on. You see, it's attached to the success energy even more. So I think it's a great time for the couples, because it's going to be the step in the right direction. And when it comes to those of you that are single, the Virgos that are single, I can see that you're going to be spending a lot of time outside. You will be spending lots of time with your friends. You will be meeting lots of people. Single Virgos will meeting lots of people, and especially from mid-November towards the end of November, this is going to be very significant time and very powerful time when it comes to you meeting new people. And there is someone very interesting that is going to manifest. There is someone very interesting that is going to happen, and that particular person that is going to happen in your life, it's actually going to be very significant and to you, because it is just going to be slightly different person to who you would normally go for. There is no romance that is going to exactly happen at the end of November 2017, but this person is just someone who is going to catch your eye, someone who you're going to notice, and this person is going to notice you at the same time, and you will find them very interesting. You will find them quite attractive and sexy, but above all, you will find them like mentally stimulating. So this is somebody very intelligent, somebody very interesting, somebody who you will want to spend more time and more time and more time with, and you may not even realize straight away how much you actually like this person. You may not even realize straight away how much you actually fancy this person. You may not realize these things straight away. When things happen, when situations happen in our life in this way, then that means that this is the most powerful. This is going to be something very special, and this is going to be somebody who is about to sweep you off your feet, and also it's going to be somebody who is going to play an amazing impact on your life later on. However, you are going to feel very, very passionate about this person. As the time goes by, you will want this person more and more and more. So there is somebody very special about to manifest in your life for you single Virgos. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching. If you please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like, share me on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you like, and of course don't forget to comment in the comment section. Thank you ever so much for watching. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.